Okay, so today is actually not really a celebratory stream, even though it's been 25 years since the PlayStation 2 came out. We're just um we're just gonna play two PS2 games this time, compared to 5 years ago when we did a mega stream. So yeah, let's start with Gran Turismo 3. And obviously it's a Japanese version because of copyright issues with the Western version. And I decide to this game actually came out 24 years ago. So I'm gonna skip the intro because if there's any out of rangers, just go options. Oh, this supports 16 by 9. So I think I might have to change some settings on my capture card. Hold on. And okay, well, actually I need to change my transform settings. Please wait a minute. I will be changing this to the regular HD canvas for now because this game supports 16 by 9. I'm gonna turn off BGM. So we have a lot of songs, analog controllers, accelerations, transmission, uh, multiplayer race, ghost. You have racing wheels. Oh, hold on. I accidentally hit default, so let's just change this to off. Because actually in Gran Turismo, in older Gran Turismo games, the triangle button is um cancel. So let's change 16 by 9. We're not gonna reset this anymore. So oh wait, BGM is off. BGM is off. BGM is off. Okay, let's save our settings first. I'm gonna save this in memory card slot 1, which is actually handled by a brand new PSX mem card 2 that I bought from AliExpress. Now I know I shouldn't be buying from the PRC at times like this, but I feel like that was a really affordable product. So we can start with arcade mode or do Gran Turismo mode. So we're just gonna do arcade mode because I just wanted to make this stream quickly to discuss how the PS2 was a product of a much better time. So let's do a single race. We're gonna do easy. We have Super Speedway, Midfield, Smoky, Swiss Alps, Trial Mountain, Midfield 2. We're just gonna do Trial Mountain, and you can choose your car class here. I think I'm gonna choose C class because I'm not that great at Gran Turismo, so we have less cars than Gran Turismo 2, but this game still got a lot of positive reception. Like how everything was just so much better before the pandemic, even with a certain event. Oh, and I should also mention this, that the PlayStation 2 was subject to export restrictions by the Japanese government back then because of the fact that that it contained a processor that was very ahead of its time. In fact, so ahead of its time that it had like the Japanese government feared that would be used for crap. Well, I might change the aspect ratio on my TV, but you get the point. The Japanese government knew that their processor was ahead of its time, so and they knew that it could be misused in military applications. So what they did instead was, okay, we only have 6 vehicles in this game. 6 cars rather than the 20 you see in GT7. Oh, wait. I'm not doing too well, but there are only 2 laps. So, while this was, of course, this was of course justified back then because that game is, the PSU's processor had such advanced physics calculations that it could be misused for military applications. So, while this was set before, you know what happened in New York in 2001, this was, the Japanese government was actually ahead of its time when they were making laws like that. So, we're about, I don't know, this game is hard to control. You know, we have ASM and TCS on. It's hard to control the GT4 even. More how to control in this game, actually. Plus, I'm surprised I remember that there was a widescreen mode in this game, not a progressive mode or HD mode. Which is why for my my 20th anniversary stream for Gran Turismo 4, which I did in December of last year, I used my PlayStation 3. Now, I'm going off track because I honestly don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'll just stick to using the digital pad. Or not D-pad, the buttons. If I get second this time, or lower, then it's actually going to be, because this car doesn't control too well. Or maybe because the analog stick in this game is kind of, and my TCS all was set too high, I guess. Oh, I always crash here when there's no assist. So, yeah. We're about 5 kilometers. According to the speedometer. So, this game is actually extremely difficult, believe it or not, despite the improved graphics over GT2. I think it's also the first Gran Turismo game to have 60 frames per second. Well, actually 30i because it's interlaced. Okay, we have a BMW logo here. You could select the BMW car, but this car is really bad cornering. It's drifting. And I also didn't do the Gran Turismo 2 25th anniversary stream because of the fact that I had finals at that time. Final exams, so I decided not to I decided to cancel the Gran Turismo 2 25th anniversary stream. Okay, so I got first place against all odds. Now, we do have to discuss a rather yes, Seiko, which it was a big company back just 20 years ago. They say congratulations, they give you a trophy, and then you can hit the OK button, and it's gonna go straight to the replay. So, they still have the Gran Turismo watermark, per usual. The one thing I want to talk about today is the response to my previous stream regarding Monster Hunter Wilds. Actually, I gotta close it. It's not the so, because I did not finish talking about Monster Hunter Wilds, despite my, what is it, the fact that I'm just waiting for, okay, it loaded, so. So here's the system requirements for Wilds, as I pointed out, because it requires a pretty beefy GPU, and my 1060 is not covered, so it's 16 gigabytes of RAM and a really good Ryzen processor. So that is very steep system requirements, especially with today's GPU prices in the States. And I was also made aware that the price of the 3060 I featured on the previous stream was increased in price by about 10%. So while I do acknowledge the existence of a tariff, I do not condone any human rights abuse in the PRC. It's the hard truth, honestly. Now, if you're wondering about my benchmark scores, here it is. This is a benchmark that I ran last week, and I got about 66.68 frames per second average, which is not good at all, so yeah. And before I move on to the next game, I just want to address something that I found on YouTube when I was browsing the RetroTink 4K CE and all that stuff. People are right to say it's too expensive because of the fact that we're still in the cost of living crisis that Joe Biden left behind, and I'm regret to inform you that there's an argument that went on the internet that says someone said it was still too expensive, and some person who thinks he's cool but it really isn't says, think about it, even the Frame Meister in the day was like $250 and couldn't buy one for a while. Under $500 for a top-end high-speed scaler is too expensive. Good luck finding something better for cheaper. Well, I know this is not true because the GPS control has motion adaptive interlacing, which is at the fraction of cost. And then someone says, stop being poor. That's really rich coming from someone whose username has the word Brazil in the title, in the username. Problem solved. Now, you're just creating more problems, and the cost of the RetroTink is nothing, or find a cheaper hobby. Meaning that you're an elitist. You say that. And it says, GPS control is motion adaptive, and the interlace and way cheaper. RetroTink is overpriced. And I have to agree with that, because unless you're archiving VHS tapes, the GPS-C will probably do very well on consoles that have support for component or like the European SCART connector. And someone says it's too cheap, but they said if you buy yours from the PRC, again, yes. But he did not, and he made his, since the firmware is open source and works perfectly, and didn't cost him an arm. Probably doesn't cost you an entire week of work or something. Keep paying for overpriced hardware while I make my own. I own 20 consoles and a high-end TV with an excellent built-in upscaling. No need for a RetroTink 4K at the moment. Thank you. So, yeah. I'm just, I think this is the end of the replay if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, that's the end of the replay. So we're just gonna get out of here, and yes, this game actually loads a lot faster with the SSD inside. So now we can go. You can also do iLink battle too, which is pretty cool. So we're just gonna save the game. Slot 1, Hit OK. Okay, now we're going to reset the console. Since I forgot to configure in-game reset. Sorry, I'm a little thirsty. So just gotta wait a bit and I'm gonna switch back to the other canvas right now. Another game that I'm going to be playing today is Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero, which was released in 2001. Unfortunately, OPL always starts in widescreen without saving my settings. It might be a problem with this build, honestly. So we're just gonna wait. And we'll be playing the Japanese version of TXR Zero because I feel like it's more refined compared to the over-localization of the other one. So we're just gonna load this. Shutoko Zero. We're gonna run this. Okay, so yeah, I also need to change the aspect ratio of my also gotta skip the intro because of we could do a quick race, quest mode, but this game I would just do quest mode because quick race because see, let's start Kondabashi and this direction. I'm going to use a shift assist. Oh wow, we're doing pretty badly, honestly. I'm not sure why I'm doing so badly, honestly. Because I didn't expect to play quest mode because in fact I kind of messed up with the controls. Okay, yeah, I lost. So let's retry this. Oh wow. I think it's my analog stick, I guess. I'm gonna try changing my view. That's a problem. I need to change my view. And yeah, I'm also cruising around one pretty quickly, so can't use the Shinjuku one because that's probably all boundaries for TXR series. C2 is not even open, has not even finished opening yet, so you have that. Oh. This car is trying to make my life difficult. Oh yeah, I lost again. Let's return to base. Yeah, my performance isn't the best right now, so let's go settings. That's car settings, so let's end a quick race. We'll still be saving because we got some mileage in. This has a 16:9 mode. There's no 16:9 mode in this game, so I suppose just start quest mode then. So let's skip the intro. I can always... You have more flexibility on where to start this time, so we're just gonna start. We're gonna run shift assist. Oh, wait, this is chapter 1. But that's my reference on the left, but... Oh yeah, the R2 button is the winker. That's not rival. It usually has a red, that's a construction worker. Now, I did get pretty far into TXR 25, so, there's that, so, I'm trying to chase down a rival, which usually has a, okay, there's our first wow, I'm already doing pretty badly. It's wrong guy number 3. I'm gonna start losing my SP because also I suck at this installment of Tokyo Extreme Racer. Oh, and we're past by Kasumi Gaseki. Which is home to Japan's failures, honestly. And we know that I should also bring to your attention the Ministry of Finance protest that's been happening over the past few months in Japan. It's because of the fact that people are already dissatisfied with the weak yen. I mean, it has strengthened in recent months, but it's still weak compared to 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and there's also too much mismanagement. Like, I heard from some source, I'm not sure if it's even true, but some source said that there's like $2.9 trillion worth of consumption tax revenue stored in Switzerland rather than a crap. I'm gonna lose this battle pretty quickly. This car doesn't accelerate fast enough. Okay, we need to stop monkeying around. Stop falling around, sorry. We're definitely gonna lose this battle because I chose a car that can't even accelerate. Okay, we still got the distance, so let's continue our free run. Yeah, I think this car is pretty hard to control. But unlike the new TXR games, let's see. Let's continue. If I don't get through much this time, I at least know what I'm doing. Okay, and yes, we will go to the we'll just drive through one line that's gonna close soon. We're going because in TXR 25 you cannot drive through this area, but because this particular expressway I'm driving on is about to close for good, and I really hope that it gets repurposed as a green space or something. If it worked in New York, then I highly urge the Tokyo Metropolitan Government to use this as a pedestrian space, a park, a bike trail, or something. So on your left is actually the infrastructure, but because the PlayStation 2 was not as powerful as it was not as powerful, this was actually overlooked, so we could also pass through Tokyo Station too, if I'm not mistaken. But you can go back to the Inner Circle route, interlude. But you decide to continue going on the Yaesu line, which actually passes through. Which actually has an entrance to Tokyo Station, by the way. Oh, oh wow, now I push down the button and this car goes fast. Because that's the entrance to Tokyo Station. I forgot the PS2 buttons were pressure sensitive, so that's why I lost the previous battle. I was not aware about is that a construction car or that's a construction car. Okay. I like how I had to press on it sometimes to just holding the button as far as possible. Try to get the most acceleration, you know. Yeah, Rome guy is pretty fast, honestly. Bump pretty hard. No. I just don't lose this, honestly. Well, I lost again, so we're just gonna return to garage and see how the controls are. So we did not we're just gonna end here. Let's go game configuration. That's just mini map. Let's change the configuration. So, acceleration is the X button. Triangle is view change. I have the hazard light, passing, shift up. Horn. Yeah. I gotta take a screenshot of this. Let me check my settings. Really quick, my OBS settings. My screenshot output is F10. Let me press that. Okay, so I think that's it for today's stream because I do have some real life duties to go over, so to attend to, so I think that will be it for now. I haven't even won a single race. So, yeah.